Hello dudes, let's get this bit out of the way first. So, morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the fluff you are, and welcome to the intro side of A Bleeding Cherry and White, Wigan versus Leigh, the rematch after Leigh beat Wigan 1-0, which is a football or soccer score, but hey ho. I am walking down by the canal because I am going to be going to meet up with the other side of the trouble, Mr. Evo. So, how do I feel this game is going to go? I don't really know. It's a scorcher of a day for this time of year anyway, so it's going to be nice and hot. It's going to be nice and dry, so fast rugby. Perfect weather for fast summer rugby. Yes, it is going to be playing into the dusk, so it will get a little bit colder, but hey, I'm willing to risk the chill walking home, but we will see. I'm not going to do a score until I get with Revo to the stadium, and then we will do our score things there, but I think it's going to be a good game. I haven't seen the teams or the picked players yet, because I think it's still a wee bit early yet for them to put the teams out, but I haven't seen any things there. As far as I know, there's no major players missing out, so the only thing I really hope for is just, to be honest, a good game, a Wigan win. Maybe not 100% comprehensive, absolute slammer jammer, but just a good win, good result, some good tries. Leigh are flying high. I think they're in third, through the third or fourth. So yeah, they're putting up a good fight and they're showing that they're a quality team, to be honest. So I think they're going to be there or thereabouts. And so far, the way the season has played out, I've had to eat my words a few times because obviously things happened that I didn't think would. But hey, you never know. My final winners for the Challenge Cup might come in on that one. But anyway, I will talk more when we get to the stadium. So, peace out for now. As I said, the Revo, and we're at the stadium, as you can see. So, what is your vibe, and I'm going to go brave here, score prediction?
24-6 to Wigan.
Oof.
Comfortable win.
I think it's going to be a bit closer than that. I think it's probably going to be, I'm still going to go for 24, but I think it's probably going to be 24-14.
Yeah, it's going to be a good atmosphere anyway, and not to mention a bit of black lace at our time.
I forgot all about black lace, so that's going to be a bit monstrous, especially anyone who remembers your high school parties.
Love a bit of agadoo, don't we, guys?
A bit of agadoo, indeedy do. Gotta go a bit loopy. Anyway, so yeah. I'll probably find a seat, and you will probably get some action going on. You'll probably get the first hit up anyway. I usually try that. Anyway, peace for now. Bye. Well, I just won't miss that one then, but the ladies 40-6 over York. Brilliant, ladies, brilliant. And here we go. 6 points in the first 5 minutes. Let's go. Has he actually got this in? Or was there some play about somewhere like here? Nice bit of tricky cross play was just like sold him a dummy on this side and then cross to here and then come back again, so no biggie. Knew they'd get in eventually. Just can we hold him out to stop him levelling up? Well, we got the conversion, hopefully we can just contain them, stop them, and then go back up and score. Because basically, if we score next, they've got momentum. We just have to slow their roll. I ain't going to say anything about it, but are you guys away in Benny or something?
Try scorer for the Wigan Warriors, number 3, Adam Kieran.
Nice cheeky little bit of play there. What a half that was. I think me and the Revo were totally wrong with that. It's but a half of action, so 28-12 at the half, and all they need to do really is just control it. Don't make mistakes like they have done. To be honest, yeah, Leigh have been okay, not been standout, but to be honest, their scores and most of their possession has just come off with Wigan mistakes. So if Wigan don't make any major mistakes and don't get lazy or sloppy at the back, they could easily put another 28-30 points on the board. You just have to hold them out, which would be brilliant, but it might be a bit unfair to Leigh, who just get an absolute drubbing in the end of it. But you never know, but we will see. So far it's been not too bad. The weather is the temperature is dropping. It is going to get colder, and I'm going to be freezing on the way home. Anyway, back later. Now we're in again, a bit of a scramble, back to back to back, 6 again. Just more a bit of slack defence there, just a bit of slack defence. To be honest, you can't be slack in defence. That's the only thing, but still got quite a way to go on the scoreboard, and still got quite a way to go on the time. Wigan will score again. We're back in again. This is going to start getting squeaky in a minute. Just getting too loose in defence. Just dropping off in the lane and break through. It's just too loose. house. Although I didn't miss Eckersley going down injured with 50 minutes to go. I will wrap that up when I get out of the stadium. It's just going to be a bit of a crush in here. So 17,449 in. Not a bad attendance, that, not a bad one. Very close game. Anyway, talk to you when I get out of the stadium. Hey, well, if you can see me amongst the gloom, I managed to make it outside and not fall over. Getting harder and harder getting down that place. Well, not a bad game, but I mean, to be honest, shouldn't have been that close. It really shouldn't have been that close. Most of those scores from Leigh were all just from mistakes in the back and lapses in defence from Wigan, and the occasional bit of sneaky play. But beyond that, no. To be honest, Leigh barely turned up for that, apart from some of the big tackles. And right, let's cover over with Eckersley, because I didn't cover it, just so I can avoid anyone saying that I'm trying to draw my bait or anything. In play, it didn't look like there was actually any major issue with the tackle. No players had like given hand signals or anything. The ref didn't call anything, but whoever it was that made the tackle on Ecker has gone on report. So maybe I put a curse on him from with the what a hecker from Ecker. But he was down for quite a while, so that's delayed the game. Plus the ref faffing about sending almost every goddamn try up, and then faffing around taking forever to make a flipping decision. So you never know what happens with that, but that's just the way it goes. A win's a win. Well, now comes the problem. Who are going to play on the wing? Because Christian Wade is about 3 weeks away, because the union season hasn't ended yet, and he needs about a week or two to bed in. Plus Miskey's away on after he's up, and then we've got players away on loan. So either players come back off of loan, or we've got to cover somewhere, or players to fit in. You never know how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully he was just down because he just felt a lot of pain, but he's got no major injury. Let's just hope on that, because it didn't look good because he was down for a while. Anyway, whilst I try to cross the road and also try not to pick up the urge to go buy a dirty burger, I've just walked past the king of the burger, the Kurger Bing. So, any of you got anything to say? Stick it down below. If you liked it, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. All interactions all help. I might as well sign off whilst I'm walking through the undercroft of the car park at Asda. So, as I said, if you have anything to say, stick it down below. Share the heck out of it. If you want to help with the quest to 500, then slam that sub button. If you don't want to, that's all fine. Just watching all helps. So, be good to yourself. Don't be an idiot and give yourself a brain aneurysm with worrying. The world is a hateful place. Don't make it any worse. Remember, you only get out of life what you put into it. If you put the smallest amount in, you will only get the smallest amount back. Peace out and goodbye.